Hello and welcome back to the next season in my Football Manager save as Southampton. It is the 2020 season. It is the final season of this save before the FM18 beta comes out. And you'll see, top right-hand corner, we're the 29th of August. There's a couple of days left of the transfer window. Quite a lot has happened. So today, I'm going to run through all the stuff that's gone on, go through all the transfers, all the news about the stadium. It's finally built. Champions League qualification, all that jazz. We'll cover that in this episode. Let's start with transfers then, shall we? First off, we'll list all the players that have gone, and there's a lot of them. In no particular order, first out of the door is Sam Byram, who's gone to Brentford. He spent last season on loan there. He's gone there, he's made it permanent. He played 5 games, he wasn't really going to stay around much longer. The one we were expecting, Mario Mandzukic, has left. He's still on a free transfer. He's torn his hamstring, which is probably not helping his chances. Quite a big transfer this one. Del Boy has moved off to Al Jazeera in the United Arab Emirates for quite a cheap deal, really, but I thought I'd move him on because I have plans for this season, and he is not part of them. Christoph Clara, a player who's been in our team since the start. He's never really played for us. I think he played a couple, 4 games in total. He's gone to Rapid Wien in Austria, free transfer. He's actually not that bad, he just wasn't going to get any games. Adalberto Peñaranda has left for not a lot of money. I don't know why I bought him, if I'm honest. I can't defend that. 22-year-old English goalkeeper Harry Lewis has also left. He's gone to Fulham. He was never going to get any games. He wasn't getting better, really. Alberto Sanchez, a player that we bought from Zaragoza, I believe. Loaned him out to Barnet. He's moved on to Malaga. He's not very good. Sifisu Sibeko, he has moved to Leicester. He's only 19 years old. He's just not going to get much better for us. He might get better for Leicester, but I doubt it. Aaron O'Driscoll has gone to Bolton for £200,000. Another player who, he was alright, he just wasn't going to get in our team. Now we're getting to some of the bigger transfers. Nathan Redmond has left for Red Bull Leipzig for £4.3 million. He already knows German, so that's quite handy for him. Nicolas Sula has moved on to Napoli for £12.5 million up front, potentially rising to £17.5 million after a few seasons. He's good, but he's no Craig Bracamontes. Another defender to go out the door. Big Wes has gone to AC Milan for £25 million after a few seasons. I think it was like 17 up front. So Big Wes is another defender to leave. And another very, very big transfer. This one, Hugo Mallo has gone to Manchester United. A total fee of £26 million for Mallo. He's been in our team for a few years now. He's been very good over those couple of seasons as well. I didn't want to move him on, but as I mentioned earlier, I have a plan. This one kind of came out of the blue. Jan Valery has moved to Hull for £15 million. He's not that good. He's not £15 million worth of right back. Hull have bought him. He's on £67,000 a week. Fair play to Jan Valery. A few loan deals to mention. Sam Gallagher's gone on loan to Celtic for the season. We're getting paid a bit of money for him. He scored 1 goal in 1 game in Scotland. Moussa Dembele also gone out on loan, this time to VfB Stuttgart. I'm trying to sell him. Nobody wants to buy him, so he's spending another year out on loan. And the final out then to tell you about Manolo Gabbiadini, much like Moussa Dembele. I'm trying to sell him. Nobody wants to buy him, so he's gone on into Stoke for the season. We are getting some money in on a monthly basis for him, but he's not playing for us ever again. Now let's mention the ins. There's not many. The first one to mention is Fabrice Koulibaly, who I think I bought a few years ago from ASEC. He's come in and then immediately gone out on loan to BATE, B-A-T-E. Is it an acronym? I don't think it is. Decent central midfielder, more advanced playmaker actually. I don't need him. This is the final season, he's not going to get any games. A player that I have mentioned before, Cesar Quijano, has joined. Central midfielder, 19-year-old Peruvian. Decent player, he might actually get some games this year. Now, there's no way I can explain this transfer. I don't know why I did it. I'm not going to be in charge next season. I'm going to resign at the end of this year. And I've signed Andreas Katsikogiannis. Him. He's come in for £4.5 million. He's got a lot of potential. He can play centre-back, left-back or striker. I'm not going to be here in a year's time. This is another one, much like the Greek guy, Andreas. Francisco Diniz. 20-year-old Angolan, free transfer. He actually cost me absolutely nothing. He's come in from Interclube in Angola, and the reason why I bought him is because when he came up on my search, he was wanted by literally every big club in the world. Hence why he's on £16,000 a week, because I wanted this player. He's got a lot of potential. He's not very good attacking, which is actually quite beneficial for me, because I can probably convert him into a ball-winner midfielder. I like the look of Francisco Diniz, and you will probably see him get a few games this season. And the final player to come in, 19-year-old Turkish central midfielder Umut Düzel has joined. He has cost a lot of money, really, £9.5 million, but he looks like a very good player. I know he's a young player still, he's not at his potential, but he's going to get a lot of games this year, and if he gets a lot of games, he's going to turn into a decent player. Next up, let's talk about the stadium, shall we? It has been finished. It is 48,505 capacity. I didn't think it was going to be done. I thought there was another year on the construction. Apparently not. We've got a huge stadium now, which is always good. Now, you see at the top of the screen there, it says Southampton, first in the Premier League. We've only played twice in the league, so it's not actually that shocking. And here are the reasons why we are sat top of the table. The first reason would be young Belgian striker Thibaut de Bruyne. Basically, the start of the season, the Olympics were going on, which meant I didn't have Kouadio Kone, I didn't have Ali Tape, I didn't have Bogart, I didn't have a whole load of my first choice players. I mean, you can see there, Adama Diallo played in goal, and he got injured. Yeah, that was fun. Angus Ridings came on. He's not even real. That's how good he was, and he got half a match in the Premier League. So, the first match then was a 4-1 victory against Burnley. It was an exciting game. Thibaut de Bruyne, on his debut, scores 4 goals. 3 assists from Timothy Bakayoko and another assist from Romelu Lukaku. Adama Diallo made his debut, got himself injured. Angus Ridings came on, not a real person. My back 4 consisted of 4 centre-backs playing across the back. We did manage to hold on despite the fact we had a terrible goalkeeper in there, and that was the first game of the season. The next game was against Wolves. Bear in mind, we've only played Burnley and Wolves in the Premier League, so I'm not too shocked about being top of the table right now. A 2-0 victory. Thibaut de Bruyne, again, making use of the fact that Vincenzo Bogart was still at the Olympics at this point, scoring a goal, and bad boy Grant Corbett came on for Romelu Lukaku after the 73rd minute, scores on the 89th minute, gives us a 2-0 win. In between the Burnley and the Wolves games, we also had some Champions League qualifiers to go through. Some. It was one. It was against Ajax. The first leg, we won 3-0. Filip Kravinovic, Grant Corbett, and Timothy Bakayoko with the goals. And the second leg, we lost 3-2. Bogart and Umut Düzel with the goals for us. Powell Tom for Ajax with 2, and Daily Sinkgraven scored an absolute screamer for them. We did still go through 5-2 in aggregate, and this is our Champions League group. So we're in Group A, with Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Fenerbahce. It's not a good group to be in, but if we're going to be in one, I guess let's go against the big guys. So I think that is all the admin out of the way. Sorry if it took too long, sorry if it didn't take long enough, I don't know, you might be a bit weird. Today, we're going to only have the one game because of all the admin, and that is going to be against Tottenham in the league. We're also going to have the end of the transfer window, and I am trying to buy a left-back, because Kieran Tierney is injured for a few months, and I don't have any good left-backs. So, my plan for this season, and it's a risky one, but because it's my last year in charge, I'm not that fussed. What I'm going to do is, I've spent the last, 3 years? 4 years? 3 years? Some years, building up my youth team. So Kone, Tape, Bracamontes, all the players like that. I've bought quite a lot of them at a young age where they're not very good, and they're slowly turning into decent footballers. So this season I'm going to try, and hopefully by the end of the year, see how good someone like a Kone is, an Ali Tape, a Lassine Diarra, a Thomas Doherty, things like that. See if they actually do cut it in the Premier League at the highest level. The starting lineup for Tottenham vs Southampton is as follows in goal: Kouadio Kone, back four of Ali Tape, Bracamontes, German Storico, and Lassine Diarra. Midfield, Thomas Doherty, who's also club captain. I thought I'd make him the captain, because why not? Doherty's in midfield with Lamina and Rabiot. Filip Krivinic as the advanced playmaker. Tibi De Bruyne and Romelu Lukaku up front. Vincenzo Bogart needs a rest because he's just come back from the Olympics and I probably shouldn't be playing him every single day. Just need to do a quick change on the subs bench. Let's take off. Let's take off Bogart. He needs a rest. We'll put Frank Dogboll on there. On the bench then, Fofana, Cerna, Bakayoko, Dogboll, Bianchini, Duzel and bad boy Grant Corbett. Lassine Diarra needs a squad number 3. He's just come back from a loan spell in America. So that's probably why he's wanted. Columbus and Vancouver on him. Yeah, I called him back because I need someone because Kieran Tierney's injured. Now, annoyingly, you're not actually going to see the new and improved St Mary's Stadium. You will get to see Tottenham's new ground, maybe. Is it Tottenham's new ground? I have no idea where we're playing at. Can we find out? I have no idea. However, I've just gone on to Overview and Reisiger's feedback, and Thibaut De Bruyne needs more minutes to help him blend together with the team. That's fine. Lassana Diarra seems to have serious problems blending into the squad. He's just come back from America. Filip Krivinovic appears to have some problems motivating himself to play with Thomas Doherty as our captain. Whoops. Mary Lamina looks like he's struggling to cope with the pressure from the interest shown in him. Yeah, I haven't played Lamina much this season because people want to buy him, and if he gets a decent offer, he is out the door. Tottenham playing the standard formation that most teams seem to play in this Football Manager. Harry Kane's still there, Eriksen's still there, Lamella still there, Lozano's a very good player, Dele Alli playing very deep. Come on, Michael, what do you reckon? Today's all about supporters. Yep, sure. No one... Really? Really? Passionately. Get out there and make the difference. Everyone, do that. Everyone get out there and make the difference. Everyone, half the team looked happy. I think Lassine Diarra in left-back could be a little bit of a weak point in this game. But I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to try and play these youth players that I bought because of their potential. Some of them might not have it just yet, but I'm hoping by, 8-9 months' time, they do have it, and I can leave Southampton with a clear conscience. Thibaut De Bruyne, he's been tackled by Danny Rose, and Tottenham are going to break. Not very far, though. Bracamontes, Lamina, Rabiot, plays it to Ali Tape. Ali Tape's been tackled by Lozano, and Bracamontes gets it. Sturridge doesn't play too many games at the moment. De Bruyne, Rabiot. It's normally Bracamontes and Cerna as the two centre-backs, but I thought I'd give Sturridge a game. Here he is on the ball. Lukaku plays it to Krivinovic. Krivinovic has got Thomas Doherty in front of him. He's got a bit of space. De Bruyne, Rabiot. Rabiot's had an effort. He's hit the bar and Danny Rose can get it clear. Chance for Tottenham. Lozano. Dele Alli. Ali is making a bit of space and Lamina clears it. Lukaku heads it on. De Bruyne doesn't get there in front of Danny Rose and Rose plays it all the way back to Lloris. Lozano. Kane doesn't get there. Doherty flicks it over. The ball's not hit the ground for a while. Lamina to Sergei Dada. Last time we played Tottenham, I'm pretty sure Dada scored an absolute screamer. Bracamontes clears only as far as Ali. Lozano's taken on two men, finds Kane, and Kone cannot stop that. It's 1-0 to Tottenham. That was actually quite a good team goal, that one. Lozano takes on two players, passes it across to the unmarked Harry Kane, and Harry Kane is not going to miss that. Kone probably should have done better. Another highlight and another Tottenham chance, possibly. Dele Alli, Harry Kane. Kane's been tackled, has he? Kone nearly took the ball off a pitch. Diarra. We've had no shots on target. Ali Tape, that was not a very good pass from Diarra. Harry Kane and Kawadio Kone with the save. At half-time then, it is 1-0 to Tottenham. We're not doing too well. Show me something else. We're not having a lot of chances, and by a lot of chances, we've had 6 to their 10. So at the start of the game, I mentioned that Filip Krivinovic is struggling to get motivation because of Thomas Doherty. He's coming off. He's on a 6.5. Frank Dogboll's coming on. Lukaku's also coming off for bad boy Grant Corbett. Hopefully, soon, Bogart will not be tired from the Olympics and he'll be back to firing all cylinders because basically he is our best player. This is a worrying bit of football going on here. Yeah, he is. Well, he's not our best player. Actually, Bracamontes is. Ali Tape, what are you doing? Well, there he goes. Right, so I've dropped Dogboll into deep line playmaker. Lamina's moved over to ball in a midfielder. Rabiot went into right back and then got subbed for Bianchini. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this game now. Benassi for Tottenham. Plays in Danny Rose. Rose has got a little bit of space. Harry Kane, he's hit the post, and Dog Bowl gets it clear? Question mark? Corner for Tottenham. Ericsson. Dog Bowl. He's got a bit of space to run into. He plays it forward, and that just ends the highlight. Another corner. Tottenham have whipped it in. Harry Kane's there. Doherty smashes it clear all the way up to Eric Dyer, and Danny Rose is going to pick up the loose ball. Are we going to get anything from this highlight? Sturrico. Lamina. There's a lot of players forward for us. Well, there's not, actually. There should have been. Ericsson. Harry Kane. Harry Kane is... Ooh, Craig. That was risky. Very, very risky. Oh, what's happened there? What has happened there? Herving Lozano's put it in. That was a shambles. That was an absolute shambles. What happened? I think Bracamontes just didn't jump high enough. Ball went over him. The keeper came out for some reason. Lozano just basically has an empty net to put it into. I think I'm going to put this one down to just not a good day at the office. Dog Bowl, De Bruyne, Grant Corbett, who's number 10 this season. I made sure a lot of the youth players had decent squad numbers. Corbett's been tackled by Benassi. Ericsson's going to bring it forward. Harry Kane's been tackled by Bracamontes. Bracamontes decides to pass it to nobody, and Tottenham get the ball back. Benassi, Vazquez, Sturrico, and Harry Kane's one-on-one with the keeper, and he's blasted it over the bar. There's like 40 seconds left. I don't know whether this is a highlight or just the end of the game. Ericsson, Diarra gets the ball. Benassi, Vazquez. Diarra's going to tackle him, doesn't actually bother. Benassi once again. Eric Dyer, who seems to be in right back. Ericsson, Lozano. Lozano, can he cross it in? He can. Bracamontes gets it cleared. Dog Bowl flicks on a little bit further, only as far as Danny Rose. Back to Danny Rose. Bracamontes once again. Bracamontes is absolutely on fire at the moment. He's the only player, but he's playing amazingly. The ball's gone back to the goalkeeper. It's full time at New White Hart Lane. That's what it's called. And we weren't very good. Assertively, I am far from pleased. I would say something about Craig Bracamontes, but there's no point. So, at the end of the weekend-ish, I think Everton still have to play. We've dropped down to 4th. It's actually not that bad, because there's only one team that can get 3 points ahead of us right now, and that is Everton. So it's only going to be potentially Arsenal and Everton, who are currently, at least after 3 games, running away with it. It's almost transfer deadline day. We're going to go through to the deadline and see what happens. It is transfer deadline day, and there will be a little bit of action. I don't want to spoil it just yet. There is a player potentially coming in. He is a left back, and he's very expensive. Also, Tom Ellis has just gone out on loan to Aston Villa for the season. And Callum Slattery has joined Newcastle for £9 million, I think, or £8.5 million. It's 1:15 on transfer deadline day, and we have just made the biggest transfer of the window. Is it the window or is it just the day? I think it's the window, you know. Jefferson Douglas, 20-year-old Brazilian left back / left winger. He has come in for £30 million. It's a lot of money, I'm not going to lie. But I needed a left back. He's decent. He's got a bit of potential as well. He's going to be straight into the first team. It does also describe him as a wonder kid. So, is he actually a wonder kid? He is a wonder kid. So, I think that's now 4 I've got. I panicked then. He's literally just gone and got himself injured like 6 hours after he's joined. Why? Why is this kid? He's 20 years old. He's just come over from Spain. At 1:15 in the afternoon, he signs a contract to say he's now a player for us. And at like 16:31. So that is 3 hours after he signed a contract. He's in there lifting weights. I was almost excited about this. Then I realised that they want me to pay £50,000 of his wages, and they've locked it all down. So, no, you're not going anywhere. And that is it. Mario Lemina has not left the club. I was expecting a lot more interest in some of the players. We didn't get the biggest transfer of the window. That goes to Thiago, £85 million to Manchester United. Julian Brand, £65 million to Man City. Wilfred Ndidi, £49.5 million to Liverpool. So, my entire transfer window looks like this. Jefferson Douglas, easily the most expensive transfer, £36 million potential. It's going to cost me £30 million. The £6 million is like after he scores 10 goals. He's a left back. He probably won't score 10 goals. We've spent a total of £44.5 million. We brought in £77 million. And as you can see here, a lot of players have gone. There's quite a few half-decent young players as well who've left, like Hesketh, Sam McQueen, people like that have moved on. There's quite a lot of players as well gone back out on loan. Scott Whitehead has gone out on loan. Ellis Rasulo's gone out on loan. One of the players who made his debut in the Champions League has also gone out on loan. Simon Freeman has gone on loan to MK Dons for the year. Now, as FM18, or the beta at the very least, is very, very close by, I reckon that the FM18 beta is going to be out on Friday. I don't know the date. I'm not sure what date it's going to be. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and fly through this season as quick as I possibly can in order to make this season actually finish, basically. So next episode, I'm probably going to jump all the way to sort of mid to late October, so possibly West Ham Bayern or Bayern Manchester United. I want to win a game at least. Let's do the West Ham Bayern games. So there's going to be a huge amount of games in the middle. So the Barcelona and Fenerbahce games in the Champions League, the Palace, Arsenal, Hull and Everton games in the Premier League, and also the Everton game in the EFL Cup. When I come back, you'll see all the results of those, and we'll see how well we do against West Ham and Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2017. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And if you're interested in what I'm going to be doing for FM18, for the beta at the very least, I will have a video up soon, hopefully. Or maybe it's already out. Who knows?